Round 1. Introduction.
Oh, he was going to visit a friend in the Gare du Nord.
Garden in Awe? Really? Are you fucking kidding me?
Round 2. Warm-up.
Thank you. I don't usually drink beer in the small hours.
What you just wrote makes no sense whatsoever.
Picked up at the border last night. The army want him too for desertion.
I shouldn't think he was issued with a coat.
A genuine typo, or just plain ignorance.
They're talking about guns, not clothing.
We could start by picking up the husband.
No. Waste of time, Luca.
You're always getting his name wrong, yet a few seconds earlier in the attribution, you got it right.
Would you like a little something? A green chartreuse, eh? A green chartreuse, Mademoiselle Clément. Another white wine, too.
Shot Rose. Shot fucking Rose. How retarded are you? Look, you even got it right earlier.
Like my chartreuse.
Round 3. The main event.
Not much longer, Memo.
Off to a good start, aren't we?
No, I don't believe that it's in the canal at all. I think it's probably buried somewhere on a station cloakroom.
Buried on a station cloakroom. What a moron.
Made do with the torso and the arm. Come and have a look.
Another piece of nonsensical garbage. Wrong again, though at least this is coherent.
Looks as if it's been peppered by a 12-bore, long time ago.
He's talking about a shotgun, not a unit of pressure.
I don't know, about 20 years.
This is the exact opposite of what he actually said.
Just as well, by the look of him.
8 words, and you can't even get those correct.
There are traces of earth and saltpeter.
Why don't you just give up and become a road sweeper?
Cellarman, something like that.
Patron, it's Luca.
The man worked in a bar with barrels of beer. Is that enough of a clue for you?
You, yes you, the writer. Are you completely blind, or just completely incompetent? It's Luca with an S, not Luca, in every fucking episode.
Too sudden to tell us much. We might find something from the inner ones.
God, you really are pathetic.
Be no handout to the press?
The scent of news.
Oh for fuck's sake, go and play with traffic.
Tasted the post-mortem out of his mouth.
What you wrote is just yuck, it's vile.
But what about the badge? Who gave it permission to move on?
You stupid cretin, what do you think this long thing blocking the canal is?
The torso was put in the water here at Cave Amy.
Cave Amy. It's next to a canal, not in the fucking mountains. All you had to do was look at a map to learn it's
Quai de Valmy.
Antoine Christin, 34 Faubourg Saint-Martin.
So simple, for anyone but you.
On my way to the Hotel Bonavent.
I think sweeping streets would be too hard, even for you.
Poitiers, huh?
Saint-Aubin.
You're lucky. Boy.
I knew it was too good to last.
In a job already? God, he starts soon now, don't they?
More idiotic gobbledygook.
So do I, monsieur. Devoutly.
Holy Christ, you actually got one word right.
I have nothing to hang a view on.
But the body must have yielded some evidence.
Still being examined.
As reading and writing are beyond your skills, why not become a crash test dummy?
They're a mixed bunch, some Paris, some provincial.
Utter drivel.
Janvier from the Hotel de Ville. He's looking up the marriage certificate.
So close, and yet so far.
Omer Calas. Bonn. Where? Boissancourt, Touraine, 1913.
Aline, A-L-I-N-E, Franchot, Cannes, 1923.
The first in a series of monumental cock-ups.
This one was tricky, but given the context the best guess is
terrien,
meaning landowner, which was true for the family, so applicable.
He's spelling out the name, you fucking retard.
A-L-I-N-E, 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 A-L-I-N-E.
The context indicates his talking about her maiden name or place of birth, but the only thing which fits is her relationship, so possibly
frangine,
meaning sister, as we already know where she is from.
I'm from Caen.
You know the police at Boissancourt get what you can on Calais.
You just can't help yourself, can you?
Well, that's all we can do.
Gosh, you got 3 consecutive words correct.
I expect it will turn out to be a mare's nest.
Please, stop, just stop.
What do you mean am I pinching the car? I had to come back by metro.
This is what happens when you employ people who can barely string a sentence together and can't read more than half a dozen words at a
I
time.
only went to a bar off the Boulevard Moran.
There is no
boulevard Morand,
anywhere in Paris, but look, what's this just a few streets away?
rue Morand,
She went back to St. Andre's Hospital.
You just missed the largest building in the area, you fucking moron, or should that be Moran?
I gotta make the trip to St. Andre's Hospital. I believe your parents keep a bar in the Quai Valmy. Omer and Aline Callas.
And now we're back to living in a cave.
A-L-I-N-E, 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 A-L-I-N-E.
Secondly, the police at Boissancourt say Omer was well known.
More meaningless garbage.
Oh, Simon, I'm afraid I've got bad news for you.
Acid, bleach, antifreeze. Pick one to drink.
The suitcase left at Austerlitz station unclaimed since Sunday.
Just a major battle you won't have heard of.
It's in a Rouge map.
Erasure map. Where did you pull that from, Uranus or your anus? And it's not even.
Rouge map,
Because there isn't one. But look, what's this on the other side of the fucking canal?
quai de Gemap,
Come, mesdames.
Yes, she is, but so what?
No trace of any family called Franchot in Caen.
I was wrong earlier. They were definitely referring to Aline's maiden name, but what is it supposed to be? The reference site I used to make this video doesn't list anything like it, only the family name of Dupré. So if this is the case, why was it changed for the TV episode?
Can't he see that? She's the kind who'll go to the guillotine with a secret. I've seen it. Why? Who is she silent for?
Another stream of pure dross.
Well, I've decided to charge her and the boy.
How many ways can you write such drivel?
You go.
Dear Christ, are you ever going to get this right?
He'd still cut off his arm for her, but he faints at the word blood.
Nearly at the end of the tape, thank God.
By which time, according to Dr. Poe, Callas had already been dead for 4.
Bloody hell, you almost got a whole sentence correct.
Well, what's queer about that is a newspaper man looking for a story.
If you hadn't already demonstrated how stupid you are, that could have been a clever play on words, but you are, and it isn't. And before an SJW throws a tantrum on Twitter and claims it's homophobic, he's using the word queer with its original meaning of something odd or unusual.
Remember our little chat, news for news?
Which you failed to honor.
I'm honouring it now.
Hooray, only one word wrong again. And now we're back to being a retard.
The relatives of the lately deceased Honoré de Boissancourt are requested to get into touch with Maître Comminges, lawyer to the estate.
You're obsessed with this don of a fellow, aren't you? Being one doesn't necessarily equate to being the other.
He accused me of taking lovers while he'd been away.
Landlubbers ahoy me hearties, ha fucking ha.
You try to pump me, and you put a flea in my ear.
A not uncommon turn of phrase, but still far beyond your meager capabilities. And so, after more than 50 clips, most of which were in a single episode where I only showed the worst examples, this critique is finally over. The video was really longer than it needed to be just to prove a point as before, but it only goes to show the parlous state of what used to be the important job of providing subtitles for those who were either poor of hearing, wanted to learn the general use of another language, or found it helpful when dealing with films and TV series which had their music mixed too loudly, or performers who mumbled their lines. Though fortunately, that was rarely the case here despite a few stumbles and words that were obviously mispronounced. As for the image quality, considering it's from a film of videotape, the overall reconstruction was better than expected, though there were some very bad patches of combing and of course lots of jaggies on certain diagonals, which would take a lot of manual cleanup. Clearly the budget went on this aspect of the release rather than hiring a decent writer for the subtitles, unless, as I have suspected for quite some time, they are generated by an automated speech-to-text program, and whilst I could understand using such a device for a first draft, is it negligence or parsimony that prevents someone checking the results make sense, let alone contain accurate information? To summarize the series as a whole, it's truly wonderful to see Paris as it was so many decades ago, and especially beyond in the smaller towns and coastal villages, with life along the various canals. Special mention must be given to the overall look of the series when in studio, as the set designs were excellent, particularly all of the ornate railings and grills for doors and windows, with other locations suitably tatty and run down, to match their location exteriors. It's dated, of course, especially with so much smoking and drinking, though thankfully the author's attitude to mistresses and casual prostitution was depicted accurately rather than censored or omitted entirely, but it's lasted far better than most of the series that came out in later decades. So, a pithy summary of my judgment of the writer would be:
Putain de bordel de merde.